Hi folks, Jason Webster here, lead commercial agronomist for Precision Planting. Hey, today I thought we'd take kind of a deep dive or an inside PTI look into some of the work that we've been doing with residue managers on the planter. Now, we've been using residue managers for quite some time now. However, the way we're using residue managers today has changed quite a bit. Now, let's talk about residue managers a bit. Let's talk about the past. Now, you can see on this row unit, we've got a residue manager system. And when we first started using residue managers, these were fixed to the row unit. You can see the faceplate of this residue manager system is attached to the planter row unit. So everything is together as one. Okay, it's extra weight on the row unit, but these two units cannot work independently because they are attached together. Now, when we first started using these residue managers, they were fixed. Sometimes we'd use these pinholes and we'd pull this bolt to adjust the positioning, the aggressiveness of the residue manager. The problem with that was it didn't move. It stayed stationary in that same position. To change it, we had to get out of the tractor cab and come out here, pull this bolt, put it in a new position. Some had a knob on top where you could turn it, but nevertheless, it was a manual situation where you had to stop, get out, and change it. And I'll be very honest with you, that was a problem. It was a hassle to do it. So most of the time, even though you knew you needed to change it, put a new setting on these residue managers, you didn't do it because it was such a pain in the butt to make the settings. Then we got smarter at Precision Planting. We released Clean Sweep, and this is this air cylinder that we can adjust from the cab, whether with a box like this or with the 2020 monitor. But this made it so much easier because from the seat of the tractor while we're planting, we could adjust the aggressiveness of these residue managers. We could lift them up or make them more aggressive. We could just change them as we're planting through the field. Now, things have changed a bit. Remember what I said, how this residue management system was attached to the faceplate of the row unit. This was the thing that we wanted to address to make the two systems, the residue managers and the row unit, being allowed to work independently. Okay, so don't attach the row unit to the residue management system. Let the residue management system work by itself and let the row unit do its thing all by itself, work independently. So we've gotten rid of this system and we've gone to a new residue management system called Reveal. Let's take a look at Reveal and how things have changed quite a bit. Okay, here is our Reveal residue management system. We've got this on a Harvest International row unit, but when you take a look at this, your first glance, you notice quickly that this Reveal residue management system is not attached to the planter row unit. It is in fact attached to the planter toolbar. So again, this allows the residue management system to work independently, and this allows to be separate from the row unit to let the row unit do its thing. Think about Delta Force up here, our downforce control management system, not having to lift this whole system, having the residue management attached. Now it can just focus on the row unit. It's a big advantage. You'll also notice this gauge wheel. This gauge wheel is adjustable to increase or decrease aggressiveness of our residue wheels up front. So we can wipe away that residue, be really accurate how we're doing that. And this gauge wheel, it runs on clean, leveled surfaces behind these wheels. And I'll tell you, in some of our strip till that we're running, we have that nice wide 10-inch strip. We'll take that residue away and that wheel will just kind of level. It'll press down that strip and this row unit just glides like it's on ice. It works really well. We also have an airbag up here that allows us to increase or decrease our down and lift control, and we can do that from the cab of the tractor with our 2020 system. Let's go to the field. Let me show you how this thing works. When we first took a look at this, this is a 24-row John Deere planter with Reveal installed on row number 20. All the other rows have our typical residue management system attached to the toolbar and a non-Reveal system. Only row number 20 has Reveal. And look at this planter going through the field. It's just incredible how the bounce disappears. The row unit ride is so much better. And when we first saw this, we said, hey, we're onto something here. This could really change the game in regard to residue management on the planner. So now the question is, we've got a unique system. What does it mean to yield potential? Can it increase yield and be a better solution for us than what we've had in the past? All right, let's take a look at yield data from the PTI farm. And I want to take you back to 2021 when we first started looking at the Reveal residue management system. And, you know, if we just looked at clean sweep on our typical residue management systems, we were picking up 2.7 bushels. So that's not anything new. We know that residue managers can work for us. They can increase yield. But this new residue management system in Reveal took that 2.7 bushel yield increase up to 4.5 bushel per acre. And so right out of the gate, we saw some potential yield increases here if we use the Reveal residue management system correctly. Now, since then, here's some 2023 data where we've been trying to hone in and find out where those perfect settings are. I always tell folks, we kind of live in a bell curve world. We want to test things and develop that bell curve. What do I mean by that? We want to find out what settings are too low. We want to increase, find the sweet spot, and then we want to increase even more to where we see the law of diminishing returns. And looking at 2023 data, I think we saw that. You know, we looked at 10 pounds down, about a 2.9 yield increase. We go up to 20 pound down, it's a 4.9 bushel increase, which is real consistent with the data we saw back in 21. So I feel really good about that. But then as we start increasing more down pressure, we see a 3 bushel gain at 30 pounds, but you'll see at 40 pounds we were way too aggressive when we started to lose yield. This helps us understand how to run this system on the planner in certain conditions. But nevertheless, some really nice yield data here with using the Reveal residue management system on the planner. Look at dollar amounts. This is what it's all about. Increasing yield is one thing, but look at revenue that we're increasing. Profitability on a per acre basis. You know, that best setting of the planner is bringing in another $26 on a per acre basis. And that's something we can smile about. This is finding a problem in the field, developing a solution, and being able to capture profitability as a result.